Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to our Minnesota Twins discussion video. And in this one, we're going to be talking about one of the greatest closers in Minnesota Twins history. You guys all know who I'm talking about already. He was inducted into the Minnesota Twins Hall of Fame yesterday, or to be inducted this season. He was announced yesterday, and that is Joe Nathan, one of the best closers, like I said, of all time, at least in Twins history for sure. So, I mean, we'll go through his stats. I'll let you guys know my opinion on whether he should have been in or not. Okay, so this is what, the second year? I think he's been eligible as well. I got a question for you guys. So the Hall of Fame, the real Hall of Fame ballot, is 5 years. I think is it the same for teams too, because they have to be out of the league for so long? I know they're retiring Joe Mauer's number, but he's not being inducted into the Hall of Fame yet. So I think it's the 5 years as well for the team. Let me know about that in the comments below. Just want to make sure about that. But, he played with the Giants, Twins, and then kind of not struggled. But towards the end of his career, he bounced around Texas, Detroit, Chicago, back to the Giants. So we'll talk about that, though. I do think that Joe Nathan was one of the better closers in recent history. I mean, we had Glenn Perkins, Joe Nathan, Fernando Rodney, Trevor Hildenberger. I think those are like our last four closers. We have had some solid closers in recent history, and then they've kind of fallen off. Well, Fernando Rodney was never on, so I mean, Glenn Perkins was really good at the beginning of his career. Or like as a closer, he used to be a starter. Then, obviously Joe Nathan, from 2012 on. So let's just jump into his stats here, and you guys can decide as well if he's really deserving of this. So in his first season with the Twins, he came in 2004, so about the same time Joe Mauer did. And this, started to build their legacy as Twins during one of the best times the Twins have had in a while. Besides, like 2017, getting to the playoffs, we struggled, in early, 2012 to 2017, basically. We struggled there, but 2009 when Joe Mauer was MVP and he was in the running for all these other awards. Joe Nathan came along in 2004, went 1-2. His ERA was 1.62. He pitched 72 innings, 89 strikeouts. So that's over a strikeout per inning. That's fantastic. I think if you're a closer, your main job is to get out of the inning in 10 pitches or less. If you strike out every single guy, it could be on 3 pitches, and how often an immaculate inning happens. But if he strikes out every guy on 3 pitches, 9 pitches, if he gives up a ball, there you go, 10 pitches. It should not be uncommon for a pitcher to go, past 12 pitches an inning, or a closer, especially one of the caliber of Joe Nathan, in my opinion. So, to get that many strikeouts in that many innings is very well done on his part. So we look at that, his whip is under 1. That's fantastic. His home runs were less than 0.5. He had one season as a Twin, or excuse me, I guess he had 3 seasons as a Twin where they were over 1, or over 0.9, I guess. 2 seasons where he was over 1, and one of those seasons was 1, where he's giving up 1 home run per 9 innings. And, that was at the end of his career as well. So in the first season, he did, fantastic coming on as a Twin. Then in 2005, he went 7-4. Only blew 4 saves, it looks like. 2.7 ERA, and that was one of his worst, his second worst. So, get that out of the way, and that's not even a bad season. He pitched in 69 games through 43 saves. He had 44 saves in the previous season, if I didn't say that. 70 innings, 94 strikeouts. Again, striking out a lot of guys. And he, again, is having his whip at like what, 0.6, or his whip is at 0.9. His home runs are at 0.6. He does not give up home runs. strikes out a bunch of people. He was also an all-star in these 2 seasons. He was 4th in the Cy Young Award in 2004 and also 12th in the MVP voting. In 2006, he pitched 7 wins and no losses. That's a 100% record, by the way. Had one of the best ERAs as a closer, and this is where he just dominated the next 4 years. 158, pitched in 61 games. He had 36 saves, only 68 innings, but 95 strikeouts, so the most strikeouts he had in a season. Again, whip is fantastic at .7. His whip was .7. He only allowed 12 earned runs and 38 hits in that season. And he was not even an all-star in that season. He was not an all-star. He was 5th in the Cy Young and 18th in the MVP, but he was not even an all-star. Again, his home runs per 9 innings was .4, tied for the lowest in his career. Fantastic season, and he's 31 years old at this time. And then we get down to the good seasons, 2007, 08, 09, when they went to they won the division. He went 4-2 in 07, 1-2 in 08, 2-2 in 09, but his ERAs 188, 133 in 08, and 210 in 09. Those are 3 back-to-back-to-back great seasons. Also the season before that, so 4 consecutively good seasons. Had over 75 strikeouts in all of those seasons, including the 09 season, like I said, the 06 season where he had 95 and 90. And again, just a fantastic player, all-stars in 08 and 09. Now we get to sort of the end of his career. He was a 2-time all-star in Texas in 2012 and 2013, which is crazy because his ERA was like 280 and he was not doing so hot. And he still had 37 saves and stuff, all that. But in 2011, when he finished his time with the Twins, he was 36 years old. He was coming off, was it Tommy John? I can't remember. He didn't play in 2010. 2010, that's right. 2010. So in 2011, it was kind of a bounce back year. He went 1-2 with an ERA of 4.8. He played in 48 games. He had 14 saves. Not great. But, he was getting old, and he's 36 at the time. He played until he was 41. But, this was the last season with the Twins. His ERA was, like I said, 4s, upper 4s. His whip was at 1.1, and his home run, like I said, the worst season was 1.4. But if you take out that season, the 2011 season, he pitched 6 fantastic seasons, was an all-star 4 times with the Twins, in the Cy Young running twice, MVP running twice, and if you want to count the saves, that's 80, that's 60, that's 140, plus 70 is 210, 225. He had 225-ish saves as a Twin. He recorded his 300th save as a Ranger. This was a guy who went out there and he pitched every night, did not give up hits, did not give up runs. And, looking back on it, I thought he was better than he was, or than these stats show. I was thinking he had like 50-some saves a season, and, but the numbers speak for themselves with the ERA and the strikeouts for sure. So, I guess I remember him as a closer, very shutdown closer, and he was, because he didn't give up hits or anything, but I just thought he got more saves. But no doubt in my mind, I believe that Joe Nathan should not be in the Twins Hall of Fame. Like I said, I think this is his 2nd or 3rd year of eligibility if they go by the five seasons rule, or does he just have to be out of the league for a year? I'm not exactly sure how that all works, but I do believe that he is, a great honor here. What was it? Last year was Michael Kadire, right? And then the year before that was Torrey Hunter, I believe. I got their bobbleheads, and it was Irving Santana last year, then Kadire, then Torrey Hunter, I think. So, those 3 guys all definitely deserve it as well. I don't see why Joe Nathan shouldn't be among that mix, especially, with how many saves he did have as a Twin, his strikeouts, and his ERA especially. I mean, his ERA with the Twins, if you cut out that last season, it would be even better. But if you add that last season in there, 216, had 260 saves as the Twins, my bad, 463 innings, 34 home runs, only 118 or 111 earned runs with a whip of .956 and home runs per 9 innings of .7. I mean, and he finished with a 24-13 record. So what is that? 13 blown saves, maybe, depending on when he actually pitched. That is incredible. I mean, he was pitching 10 strikeouts per 9 innings. I mean, you could go look at the stats yourself. But this guy lit it on fire. One of the best Minnesota Twins closers in recent history. But like I said, I think he definitely deserves it. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think Glenn Perkins was better? You know, obviously he's not going to get in the Hall of Fame, but like when he was in his prime, was he better? Or another Twins closer that could be better? I want to know you guys' opinion. We can have a discussion down in the comments below. I definitely think Joe Nathan, belongs in the Twins Hall of Fame. Let me know what you guys think. And that is the video for today, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another one. Thanks for watching.